Welcome back to Pops and Pilots. Let's play some more EUIV Universalis IV. We of course Mulhouse. We're going for the Everything is Coming Up Mulhouse achievement, and we have to become Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire and fully decentralize it. We took a bit of a cheeky peace deal of the Austrians technically of Ulm, last episode. We were called into a war by Bohemia, who themselves were called into war by Ulm because they're the Emperor, in the Austrian conquest of Ulm. And not only did we show the Austrians what, a good Schwabian can do, but also we separate pieced them out for 3 provinces. 3 pretty good provinces. We took Constance here with 20 development. We took, I believe, Baden with the 13 and Durlach with a 14 development. So that's a good, 47 development we took out of them, and all of that in nice Schwabian culture. Now, how close does that actually bring us to our next mission here? We miss 1 province. If we had 1 more Schwabian province in the South Germany region, we could do this one. Now, technically, assuming that the South Germany region is something that we have more in, and I think we do. This is not Schwabian, right? No, this is Rhenish. So we could technically fulfill the mission without more conquest of Schwabian land by simply converting some Rhenish land here for a pretty high price, because we've been doing a lot of development, to Schwabian, and then we'd be good. And that might be a course we should pursue. What does it do? It gives us a bunch of permanent claims, which is nice. It will give rebellion potential to Breisgau, Sundgau, and Donauwörth, 2 of which are in the Austrian territory, and 1 of them are currently belonging to Landshut. Now, I don't know still what that does, and I'm afraid that it's just rebellion, just unrest, and that wouldn't do anything for us really. It would hurt the Austrians a bit and all, and technically separatists could do things, but really no. So I don't believe that alone is worth all that much. But it would allow us to continue going over to Schwabian Liberty. What does that require? I need everything, all provinces in Schwabian areas essentially have the primary culture of the owner be Schwabian. So we need to take that land of Austria anyway for this mission then. So really what we'd get out of completing this one is permanent claims on Breisgau, Sundgau, and Donauwörth, which is, I don't think, worth. Donauwörth, I think, would be something like the German pronunciation of that. I should know. I don't know. Anyway, so that's definitely a thing that we could do. The thing is, with the expansion, people do not currently enjoy our presence. We did cause a bit of an aggressive expansion hiccup, and unfortunately our current ruler, who's very good otherwise, did end up getting 20% improved relation deductions, so it's kind of a bit harder to get rid of that aggressive expansion. We also have an idea group to take, and since I'm currently not swimming in monarch points, because we just took tech, I don't have to decide that right now. I'm still very interested in what you guys have to say. I'm still considering trade, quite honestly. It is just, I didn't used to take trade very much, but I've been coming around to it. Now it does seem to me as if we could use a little more brightness here, couldn't we? There we go. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Thank you very much. We did take our Republic tradition a lot, electing our current ruler and also paying a bit for monarch points and for not losing monarch points. But I think it's acceptable. Staff cost is high, but that's not really an issue for republics. We've done that. I don't need to worry about that. Rothenburg will no longer give me trade power, which is just mean. The European beaver has been depleted, which is unfortunate, but not for us, mostly for the beaver, I assume. And that's all good. The Austrian War, by the way, if you didn't watch last episode, why didn't you? Ended after we took our separate peace. Ulm made a very nice peace here, releasing a bunch of people like Augsburg and Bregenz, Did also release Munich? Don't think so. I think they were still around. Maybe not though. Province history. I can never find that button. There it is. No, they seem to have been here for a while. And next by Munich. August 1973. What? 1473. Yeah, it's been a while. But Austria also lost a bunch of provinces to Venice here. Gave up some cores, I believe, as well. It was... They didn't do too well. They still have powerful friends, which is a bit of a problem for our next go-around. But I don't know how they even keep these friends. I mean, they're Austria, sure. I do believe they get bonus relations. Yeah, there's +1 from the Austrian court. But otherwise they have admin, defensive, influence, and economic ideas. I don't think those give diplomatic relations, unless influence does. Maybe influence does? Yeah. Because they have +2 relations, so they should be sitting at, what, 6? Maybe? Decapole. Decapole? Ah, there we go. They should be at 6 relations. And they're allied to, 7 people. I guess that's not the absolute end of the world. They're just paying +1 there. No extra marriages. A 1 of Croatia that I believe also costs dip? Either way, that's a big Croatia, I must say. And Hungary is not looking all that well. That's good, because Hungary is allied to them still. And that's a little less of a threat then. So once again, we're going to have to sit around a bit, waiting for aggressive expansion decay. There was a comment recently by a new viewer, at least a new commenter, that my videos might be better. Might be better if I were to cut them, especially at peace times, and edit them down. And that might be true, but editing takes a crap ton of time. And it would mean a giant reduction in content I put out. And I don't know if I want that. So right now I don't see a way. But I would like at least have edited videos available as an alternative. That would be sweet. I just don't know how to make that happen right now. So Bohemia, because Hungary wasn't in that previous war, they now declared on Hungary for reconquest of, or reconquest, yeah, for Opole, whatever, and that's gonna bring in the Austrians almost for certain. Yeah, they're already in Austria, Hungary, and the Pope. Now, I don't fancy being at war with the Pope, but I do not mind beating up on the Austrians a bit more. They're kind of scary right now, they have high morale, but yeah, yes. Let's give it a bit of time. It's not clear at speed 5. I'm gonna wait for a monthly tick here and then accept. Reason being is that I wanted to have a tiny bit of morale back on my troops before I put them into danger. We can choose a age objective here. Prestige per development. We're not currently running any mercenaries. There's a good chance we should be doing that, but we're not. We don't care about blockades because we don't know what a boat is. So ship trade power, propagations. I'm gonna take the prestige from missionarizing, proselectizing, I guess, and that'll be fine enough. I might just put a bit of a siege to, you know, the huge, and leave the Bohemians to over there. Hopefully not have a big Austrian army come out of the woodwork. Okay, they're sieging down Salzburg, 21,000. There's more of them, but not that many more. Our general does not have any siege pips, which is a bit sad. It's a level 2 fort, so I think we need 10 of them cannons. That means I want 10 infantry as well. Just to have front lines covered. Now the question is, should I... really don't want to hire a general for myself, because we have low army tradition. It would be a pretty cruddy general. But what we have is money, and there might be a mercenary company around with a nice siege general. Like the Gascon muskets here. They do know how to shoot. They're not cheap, It's 9 guys. But it doesn't get cheaper down here, does it? No. And 3 sieges so much. I think I'll grab them and maybe even keep them around. We'll see how money goes. Now, it might seem a lot to invest into a war that's not even mine. But I think it's going to save me a lot of money and manpower, because these mercs are also going to take the sieges for me. And having the ability to have that guy around for a while seems kind of good. Probably send around one dude to take Zundgau. And once my mercs are in here, I can relieve most of my infantry. Just leave the one and have the rest be maybe in Mulhouse itself, like that. We're pretty well covered here. Bohemia taking a battle against the Austrians. It's gonna be good because they get the mountain. They have a general problem, they have a morale problem, we know this. But they're pouring in with a lot of troops. And maybe they don't get the defense because it's a capital fort. No, they do get the minus. Why does that sometimes not work? I feel like sometimes that doesn't work. Let's have a quick look at the morale. Yeah, Austria is still super ahead, 4.5 to their 3.3. But yeah, the numbers in the mountains are gonna finish this off. Battle of Salzburg has been won, and only 2,000-ish allies died to a lot more Austrians, which is how we want it. I think we got to know about that because Trier, who has a godlike general, holy fudge, Trier, took part in that battle. With that being the case, I will allow friendlies to attach, and I will tell my friend Trier that attaching is really what they should be doing. I want them over here and help me siege down Bern. That would be quite awesome. Now these sieges, you know, these guys bring a cannon? No. They're not gonna give us ginormous profit. If you just look at the numbers, you're probably gonna lose money, men, and time here. Because we can't take any land. Even if we were to separate peace, everybody would just hate us for it. And that's not what we're going for, necessarily. It's more so like being hated, you know. Yeah. But what it will give us, aside from favors with the Bohemians, who we're now helping actively, before we were just in the Ulm War. I keep clicking on that because it's new, but it's not relevant. Now we should be getting a bunch of favors with our ally, the Emperor. And we're hurting the Austrians. And hurting the Austrians is what I really want to do here. I should probably make sure, if I still can, that all Swabian land, which is what's left of it, Sundgau, Breisgau, and Donauwörth. And Augsburg? And Augsburg. To be on the list of things that I want to have. Oh, come on, game. Click. Now, there's technically the possibility, that we... Wait, what did I do? Oh. Somehow I removed the wrong stack from the siege. Didn't I have my cannons? How did my cannons end up over here? I mean, it's fine now, but I'm confused. I thought I had all my cannons on the siege of Breisgau. Where was I? Gains from this war, potential gains. Breaking up the Austrians, which is important, and it's going to help us with future wars. I guess generate some army tradition, generate those favors, maybe generate some money from the sieges, although I do not believe that that will cancel out in any way, shape, or form the amount we're losing from the war. And it might give us some extra power protection because of honoring call of arms against Austria, although that's not in here again. Maybe multiple ones don't count? I don't know. Let's extend those monopolies once more, at least. I'm a bit worried about Salzburg here, because the Bohemian troops seem to be pretty far and spread out. And I'm not really in the business of going and fighting 30,000 Austrians if I don't have to. I'm apparently in the business of taking too much, but I do want those cannons on there. Could go down a bit because Trier is here. Should probably take 4 of my infantry out. At least them not take the attrition. What does Magdeburg bring to the table? No siege pips, just infantry. Feel free to attach here, Magdeburg. Hope that doesn't give Trier any stupid ideas. Does not. Good. Not yet, at least. We've seen Trier make very odd decisions. Prague being sieged down is... These Austrians are quick at their sieges. 11 cannons, yeah? Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up. There goes Breisgau, though. I could assemble a pretty large army here, and at least threaten these Austrians out of their misery. I do want my mercs to do the sieging, though. That's what I bought them for. I'm gonna go and threaten these Austrians. And if I can pick up that papist state on the papist stack on the way, all the better. Oh wait, we have the Trier siege guy here, right? I didn't need to bring my mercs. Well, they're here now. And so are my cannons. I'm gonna drop the infantry from the cannons. This siege should end extremely soon. I don't see big issue with that. This one I don't like so much. There's reinforcements around, but that's a tough battle you took there, Bohemia. I'm not particularly impressed with your decision making there. Let's take Zurich while we can. You did win that one, so I guess I can't fault you too much. Maybe I should go and take Inntal from the south, and then maybe look at taking Eschtal afterwards. Unless I can eat you in Landshut, which would be nice. Seems like a thing we can do. Yes, good. Keep generating that participation. Send my siege deck over to Eschtal, if we can. Denmark entered the golden era. Yeah, we still are not gonna hit that golden era anytime soon. It's just age objectives are a tough thing. Especially in this age if you're not Protestant. Woof. There we go. Who are we at war with? Austria, Hungary, and the Papal Man. I don't think I want to go and take out that 9 stack of Hungarians in Tuchel. That seems just wrong. I think... Yeah. I think we stay around here. We take Eschtal. Maybe we take Steiermark. Wien is already taken, so that's not gonna be... Where are you going now? To Wasserburg. There's a chance these guys arrive in Eschtal before we do, which would not be great. But we'll see about that. No, they're going back to Wasserburg. Okay, good. Now, do I feel like this army wants to siege Unterkärnten? How much do we know about the enemy? Troops. That's not a lot of them. That's not a lot of them. There are 6,000 infantry of each of the participants out there. Bunch of Austrian cannons. So Austria doesn't even have the front line to defend their cannons. I think we'll be okay setting up a little stack here where like about this many people and my friends from Magdeburg sit on Unterkärnten. Should be fine. Now, Magdeburg is not providing any siege pips, nor cannons. But I can't provide that either right now. And at least they can provide the warm bodies to deal with this stuff. Now, what do I have here? 9 cannons. No, 10 cannons, 9 of my own infantry, and then 4,000 trillions. So really, I can go down to 6 of my own infantry if I ever manage to click them. One of these must be. It just keeps changing between the two, right? Do I not have? Oh, I don't actually have any real infantry here. I just have the mercs. I can't split those. Never mind. Kept looking for my actual troops. We now control Fribourg. Or Freiburg. That's decent. There's a Bohemian stack going north to deal with the Hungarians. Yeah, this war is gonna be... It's gonna be a walk in the park. Pretty much. Now, we still have a bit of an issue with these manufactories. Although, Constance might be a place where we want to have it. It's probably in the Wien trade node, I would assume. Yes. Which is fine, it's not the greatest, because we only get the amount of trade that gets steered out of Wien, which is, yeah, about a third of the value that's in there. We still get all the production value, our burghers do it, our burghers pay us for it. Or the clergy? I think the clergy in this case, because it's cloth. Maybe it's not the best to build a manufactory here, but there is a workshop. It's going to be a very good manufactory. Feels to me as if that should be fine, and we have money, and we can't build boats. Alternatively, we could save up for peacetime to upgrade mines to a level 3 center of trade. And that might be more important. Yeah. Let's have that happen. Steiermark occupied by me. Where the hell is Steiermark? I don't really know my way around Austria very much. I've been to Austria, a bunch of places, but can't really claim that I know my way around it. I lived with an Austrian for quite a while. But she didn't teach me much about geography. Don't like that paper stack over there. It's not like they can take the forts back real quick. But I would like to send them away. But there's 12,000 Austrians around here. I think most of them are cannon. So, not super scary. But they're probably gonna recruit as much infantry as they can find. I kind of feel like I need some backup. They might even be buying mercenaries. And who does that? Ugh, mercenaries. I'll grab this army of mine here. Who are you, Salzburg? You're not bringing cannons, you're not bringing siege. What do you bring? Nothing. I'm gonna just go ahead and threaten that Pope. Yeah, and those Austrians. Fribourg, back in the hands of the Austrians. I'm gonna run the guys from Inntal to Eschtal, because this Austrian stack might otherwise come from Bregenz and hurt me. And nobody wants to get hurt here. They took a -1 from terrain, but that's a rough start for Mr. Ally here. Yeah, you're getting crushed. That's not just straight up run into there. I would have been too late to help my friend. And would have been very sad to just get murdered like that. No, I did unfortunately get locked in here, but we can pick up this 2 stack. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna once again remove my normal infantry from the siege, because we now have defenses around, and you're actually getting away. That's just not very nice, is it? Get in there, grab Erich Häuser. Kill him in Augsburg. And then Erich's former army can join you. It's gonna be fine. You're actually still getting away. What? You don't even have movement. Come on. Let me at least catch you in Ulm. No? Okay, but now... No, we're both locked in. They're just giving me the ring around the rosy here without having maneuver. That's just impressive. Now. There we go. And there's the siege of Echtal. Which... Now I actually believe it's just a river that's around here. The Etch. I think so. I talked about that like 2 episodes ago or something. But since it's Echtal and not Eshtal, I missed the T in there. I'm pretty sure it's not about the tree. The naming. Not that it matters at all. But I might have misled you into believing something that's not true about the German language or Austria or whatever. And that should not be so. Why don't you give me like 2 infantrysts? Send them over to Linz. And then Oberkärnten maybe. Take that while I send my mercenaries to do the siege. We're doing a lot in this war for the Bohemians. I feel like that should be worth a lot of favors. Again, I don't believe in getting land here. It would be... Still don't know if I want land here. Because the idea of the... getting a coalition forced upon me by the AI is not particularly appealing. Now, I still believe that the AI doesn't do that. Still, I believe they don't give me land if it would give me a coalition. But that might just be wrong. There's a chance that's just wrong. And I don't need anybody here except my mercs. So you can go away. You can be attached to... You can go away. My subject also ran here. Which is fine. My mercs can do this alone. The subject didn't provide anything of note. Bunch of Austrians up here, but yeah. This is... These 2 wars in quick succession, where Bohemia didn't get anything, I believe, in the last one. I mean, they're going to take a bunch of Hungarian land here, probably not that much Austrian land, but they probably also want some Austrian land. They do. Oh, they do. That should be the end of Austrian hegemony. As much as it ever was. Should probably mean that they, if they are still a great power, no, they're not. They're not going to come back. That is that for them. Now, what that Pope man, though? What about that Pope man? I don't like being at war with the Pope. Does that reduce my papal influence gain? It doesn't. Well, it does a bit, probably, because of opinion. But the Pope still doesn't hate me. Even though we're at war. Which is cool. Do you have any benefit from going, except for participation, to going down and sieging down Roma? Not really. Let's have a look. I like to know where the Pope is. And that's my cannons in Trier. So my actual rear siege stack. Let's have them walk south as well. Maybe if I have Trier and my cannons and my mercs or something, I'm just gonna siege down that Pope. If that happens to be necessary. No longer considered a great power. They already weren't in the list before, but now their year of time is up. I wonder if I should give like Wienerwald, control of Wienerwald here to the Bohemians. Because right now they can't take it. They have enough stuff to take. We don't want Austria to be completely eaten, because then I lack a target. I don't want a giant Bohemia that I'll have to then at some point contest with. And I will have to contest with them. I think that's pretty much a given. So let's not feed them overly much. I just saw a bunch of papists around here. Yep. Which I'm not sure. mean, I guess I could just set my siege stack onto Roma. Not you. You can keep chasing those papists. Just here chasing papists. I remember that as the title for the episode. And that should be all the papists. Yeah. I don't expect anybody to defend Roma at this point. So I'm not particularly afraid to send my cannons. We lose 10% unity, which is not a problem? Question mark? That's a bit of a problem. And that's not the area, right? That's just us. We get 10 years of -3 missionary strength for those heretics. But we can turn that into an innovativeness. Let's have a quick look at Nanzig, Herzogenbach, Stuttgart, Jurach, and Mainz. 87 is super long. 81 is... This is until 82? Yeah, so it would be fine. What I'm checking is how long these guys have religious zeal, which means we can't convert it anyway. And I think we're essentially, yeah, it's just Herzogenbach there that is technically going to be ready to be converted ahead of time. Maybe Nanzig too. They should be somewhat similar on the timer, right? Nanzig. 80. January 80. And this would be until November 82. So we would be losing essentially a full 2 years of conversion. But we essentially gain 2 innovativeness. I'm going to do it. It'll be fine. Now that I just looked at those people, I want to have a quick look at my state edicts. See if we're running any edicts we shouldn't. You could say that we are. No edict in... What's my home edict? Home edict, my home area? Because there I want trade again. Elsass, okay. You go back to protect trade. And everybody else, stop that BS. Might have to turn it back on. Also don't need advancement effort anymore. And English development. Could have saved a lot of money by looking at that earlier. But I do like that there's a macro builder for it now. Anyway, we're gonna have to put another cut in here. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, as always, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And anything you want to say, put it down there in that comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time, when we're gonna have to take another idea group. And I'm still looking forward to what you guys have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.